Okay, so in this episode, the men have actually stepped in and said, enough of this stuff that you all are doing. It's getting out of hand.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 8, Episode 17 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm going to apologize to you all now for last week. I did not do a review on Episode 16. I literally just finished watching Episode 16 earlier today. It is what it is. We're not going backwards. We're going to move forward. I was on vacation and it just didn't happen. So I apologize. Onward and upward. Let's go. So, like I said, the men weren't having. The men were really at a point where they were like, some of this stuff that you all are doing and some of this lip service y'all are giving is starting to cause us problems. And they had to step in. Jock actually goes to the salon and sits down with Shekinah, Sharonda, Carly, and Cena. And he basically gave them all a chance to say what it was that they have said that has created this pool of mess in his life between him and Kendra. The only one who really came out forward was Shekinah. She said, listen, I said this, I said that, and maybe I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? And then they all just kind of started adding their, their thing and saying what they said a little bit. And he just ended up like snapping out. It was a whole different side of Jock that we've never seen. Like he was snapping out. I had to laugh at him because he's so little. And he was snapping out and ran back there and tried to pick something up, but almost fell. I said, Jock, now you gotta embarrass yourself now. I said, calm down, baby, with that little blonde ponytail. Calm down. But he was really, really going off. And in turn, Sharonda starts going off. And then Carly got the hell out of Dodge. You know what? Something ain't right with this Mo and Carly situation. Something ain't right. Carly, I give Carly a hard time. And I tease her and I call her Grandma Carly and all these different things that I do to her. Something's not right with Carly this season. Look at her. She's down and she's not herself. Listen, we better not find out that Mo, you better not be putting your hands on Carly. I know that. Because that's kind of what it looks like to me. Like she's starting to it seems as though she has that battered woman syndrome thing going on. I don't like it. Carly is not herself. You all tell me in the comments if it seems that way to you all. What is going on over at that house that has her down in the dumps like that? And Carly is a whole bitch what she wants to be. So I can't imagine it's anything that's really verbal that you got her all tied up like that's making her be down like this. But she is not herself. Anyway, I'm worried about her. I told you I like Mo. I think Mo's cute and stuff, but something ain't right. We see you got all these controlling ways, and you snap out a little bit too much for me. I don't like that too much, and you always run off. Now I'm going to hope for the best, but I hope I don't find out that you an ass whooper, Bo, because I ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling that at all. But anyway, Carly went flying out of there. Cena was looking real stupid. Y'all know I ain't real crazy about Cena. Something about her don't never sit right with me. She's a shit starter, and I think she still likes Jock, and she still wants Jock, and she would throw some salt in the game if she could. That's just my feelings. I think Alex is over Jock. I think she's just part of the stupidness that is, Jock being Jock's mother, baby's mama. But I don't think she wants Jock. I think Cena still wants Jock. Anyway, she got out of there. Jock went off on Sharonda and told her this is over. We're shutting this shit down. We're not doing business with each other no more. This is over. And Sharonda started firing back at him, and they was having it. And I was like, yeah, y'all need to separate ways. Y'all need to let that go. But this was funny. Shekinah was trying to get, in between and say, no, 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 no. She was trying to really be the peacemaker, and she failed. Why did Shekinah fall over there like and hit that floor and slid and rolled like a weeble wobble? I said, weebles, they wobble, but they don't fall down. And that's how she did. Boom, boom, and back up. I said, oh, she's a weeble. I said, oh my gosh, that tickled me. But anyway, then we go and we see Tokyo and her mom. Her mom then came in town because she's been going through some bouts of depression, and the girls picked up on it last episode. They picked up on the fact that Tokyo just ain't been herself, and she been hiding herself away from the girls, and she's come to find out she's been going through it still from her grandmother passing, and then her father is African, true live African. At some point, her father had to go back to Africa and could not return, and she internalized that. And her mother was explaining to her, it had nothing to do with you. Your father loves you. It's not your father doesn't love you. There's something with whatever it is that he can't come back to America. So that was what that's about. So I think, this is one of those times where you hear people say, check on your strong friends. This fit into that category. Check on your strong friends. Shout outs to T.S. Madison. She was actually talking about that. She did a whole little piece, and I went to see her. That's where I was at last week. I went to Baltimore to see the Queen's Supreme Court live, and that Sunday she spoke about checking on your strong friends, and that's the first thing that came to mind when I was actually watching this part. I was like, wow, Tokyo, because Tokyo's always raising hell. And yeah, for her to be literally secluding herself and that was so out of character for her. She's such a bubbly character when she ain't starting shit. You know what I mean? So that was kind of interesting. Something that I wanted to mention from the last episode too that I loved is that Abbar and Spice got the chance to talk, and they connected on a mother level, a mother. They connected. It wasn't where they like see eye to eye, but Abbar got to talk to Spice, and Spice was telling her, I'm a single mother, and this, that, thing, and the other. So they see eye to eye on that. But then Spice was asking her, why did you give up? Why did you give up your kids? And she was saying, I couldn't do both. Like, it just was too much. And Spice would say, yes, you can. You can do both. And you owe it to your children to do both. And I seen something. I seen something there. Because it could have went terribly wrong where Abbar would have been like, bitch, who are you to tell me? But it wasn't. It was like she literally, for whatever reason, there's a respect there. Even though they've been fighting and arguing, she has some form of a respect for Spice. And she was listening. And you could tell she was receiving what Spice was saying to her. So they talked about doing a song together and all that. And I would love to hear that. Because I told y'all, I absolutely love the song I'ma Get It, I'ma Get It, I'ma Get It by where Spice and Tommy got together last season. I love their song together. I love when Spice actually vibes in together with the American Girls. It's like it worked. Because Tommy's not even like a seasoned artist. Like Akbar actually has some artistry to work on. This was, I think, Tommy's first time out the gate doing something, and I love that song. So I can't wait to see that. But I definitely wanted to mention that. That was like something that stuck out for me in the last show. It was good. It was good, 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 good. Anyway, so we got Tokyo all taken care of. And boy, Tokyo looks just like her mom. Just like her mom. And when she said that her dad was African, and then I looked at Tokyo in here, and I said, I've never seen her dad, but when she said it, her mother looks like a New Orleans woman. And when she said it brought it all together. Her New Orleans look, her whole, I guess, Creole situation going on, and then you could the African thing mixed in with it. You could see it. I kind of looked at Tokyo. I was like, yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see that you would be part Creole and part African. I could see that. Pretty child. I could see it. Anyway, moving on. Okay. So then we see Scrappy go sees Mama D. And this was deep. Scrappy goes in there. See, there was a whole situation with Imani's birthday party. We didn't get to see the birthday party, but it happened. During the birthday party, there was an altercation with the damn grandmammies. And Imani ended up running into the bathroom and crying and all of this kind of carrying on. So, it was between Bambi's mom and Erica's mom. And Mama D was, like the overseer. So Scrappy was like snapping out about it and saying, I'm tired of all of this bickering and it's causing a problem. And I expect you to be the bigger one because you're representing me. And Mama D, I think she wasn't really seeing the seriousness of it all. She's used to what has been going on with them. And then he started to blurt out things like you said, everything like it doesn't matter who's to blame. It doesn't matter. We don't play the blame game because now it hurt Imani, and that's a problem. But then that's what he was saying. It needs to end now. And then he shifted, and he basically kind of I think it caught Mama D off guard because it caught me off guard, where he basically was telling her how he's been going through since he's been in that car accident and how things have actually changed for him and that he needs help. He needs help because he's not back to his regular self. He has had some issues up here with that car wreck and all that, and the whole getting back to being himself. He not feeling like himself, and he's reaching out for help. And I said, Mama D, are you paying attention? I know Mama D, Mama D played the game, but Mama D's a good mama. So I know she caught what was being said. She caught what her baby was saying, and I hope she goes ahead and helps Scrappy to go ahead and get the help that he needs. Y'all seen it. We all seen it. Mama D ain't catch it. Mona, I know you caught it. Somebody need to catch it. I caught it. Scrap need to go talk to somebody because Scrap ain't all there. Everything ain't all connected up. Physically, he's doing well, but mentally, he's shot. He's shot. He's tired. He's tired of fighting the good fight and putting on the good front. So Scrap needs some help, and I hope everybody who needs to hear it was hearing it because I heard it. He's not a friend of mine that I can help him, but I'm sure if I heard it, Mona heard it, and Mama D heard it. So please help that man get what he needs. Yeah, that was big for him to even open up and say that. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, hold that, back up, pause the tape. What's going on? Okay, so I'm telling you, this was deep. This was a deep one for the guys. It was the guys was falling out on the floor here with us on this one. We see Carly with her daughter Jazz. She wants to stop going to school due to rumors that had to do with Carly. I'm like, Carly, handle that. Then we see Pooh with her daughter Najee, and she's pretty. She's one of 3 daughters. She seems to have her thing together, but she messy as hell like her mammy. And I was listening to her regurgitating all the garbage that her mother says. I was like, I don't like it. So I was like, okay, so all through this program, Rashida was running around talking about doing this mother daughter event. And Carly had asked her, was Pooh invited? She said, yeah, Pooh's invited. This, that, and the other. We all gonna get together. It's gonna be all mothers and daughters. It's all positive. So we ain't gonna have no problems. Everything should be fine. I'm like, everything's not gonna be fine. Everything is never fine when they're all there. Let's go back to Kendra and Jock. Jock goes up to Kendra's job because Kendra is just having a whole issue, with all of this talk about Jock messing around with the hairdressers and all of that. And she'd have moved out the house. She'd have moved out. So everything you were supposed to be trying to get engaged, and it done went the whole opposite direction. They done broke up, pretty much. So he goes up to her job, and she's holding her gun. She's like, I don't know that you're ready for what it is I'm ready for, but right now I'm working, and I'd appreciate if you don't come back up to my job no more. So I mean, she preached a whole different story because he was coming up there screwing her in the middle of the day on the desk. Now she telling him don't come back up there. I'm like, oh God, you got to get that together, John. And he knows it. He knows it. He got to go try to make it right. So let's go over to the event at Rashida's. But Rashida has her event, and sure enough, everything's going pretty good. Shekinah's kind of like hosting and leading the way. And then the next thing you know, some shit breaks out, and it's Pooh and Carly. Carly went into this whole thing. I wanted to smack Carly because it just wasn't the right time. She's like, I got proof, she said that she wouldn't have this lie detector test done. And I got the papers right here. I got proof that it says that they're lying, this, that, and the other. Then Pooh and her daughter starts talking, and they got loud, and it then got all rambunctious, and it was a whole mess. I was like, really? I ain't like this because it was kind of a thing. I'm fine with Pooh and Carly arguing all the time, but they brought their kids into it. I ain't like that. I didn't like that. And the kids was Carly's daughter's like snapping out. Carly didn't even get up. Carly was sitting there, and her daughter was acting a wild dog. She's acting like Jocelyn, trying to fight, and she looked a mess. She's a pretty little girl. She didn't even have a nice outfit on. Pooh's daughter was dressed down. Dressed down. Everybody at the thing was sharp. Carly's daughter was dressed like she came there to fight. Hair pulled up in a top knot. I said, I didn't like that. It bothered me. But yeah, the fight, there was a whole thing. It was Pooh and her daughter versus Carly and her daughter. Pooh and her daughter going out the door screaming and hollering, calling people bitches and whores. I was like, I don't like this. This ain't no good look. That ain't no good look at all. You two old whores can fight as much as you want, but you two young ones, y'all need to sit down and shut up. Y'all don't look nice fighting your mother's fight. And then you two mothers, you two old time tired ass whores, got these young girls drawing up in y'all's mess. Some mess y'all been sitting around playing hard tongue games. And now you got your daughters all mixed up in your mess. Both you whores need your asses whipped. And on that, I'm done with this. I didn't like that. Mona, don't do that shit no more. I didn't like that at